Oh look, the bar. How convenient. Well, since we're here, welcome to Isolation Libations, episode 21, with apparently me, your outdoor bartender, Joey Joyce. These are cocktails that I think, would really pair well with this amazing musician, Brian Chartrand. He's got a Facebook page. It's facebook.com backslash, I have a tough time with that word, Brian Chartrand Music, all one word. Every 5 o'clock, he's got his happy half hour live, and you can check that out, make a drink, watch his music, listen to his music, support his music. He's a good man. So let's make some good drinks to go along with it. If you'll excuse me, I already started with a little drink because it's Monday. So let's get this Monday started out on the right foot with a delicious cocktail. So it looks like, just kind of judging what I have here, let's do a little riff on a margarita. This is actually going to be one that's called the 100,000 Pesos Numero Tres. Now, this is a cocktail I used to make back in the day. I first made it for a friend of mine, Chandler, and this drink is going out to her today. And it's gone through a few different iterations. This is the latest. It's using kind of what you have on hand and just changing things up, keeping it interesting. So, a quick word on this. This has a lot of steps. There's some extra tools that you're gonna need, like a torch, and that may seem like a lot for a home bar, but I would argue that that's actually the best place to make multi-step drinks like this, because you don't have a bar full of thirsty, anxious faces staring at you on a Friday night, wondering where their drink is when you're trying to make a Bloody Mary from scratch for someone who ordered it at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Not that I'm bitter. But so when you're at home, you have all the time in the world. You can get everything prepped. You don't have to feel rushed. You can make it a whole event, have fun with it, and try something new. So that's my argument for why I'm not just doing a straight ahead simple margarita. Nothing wrong with that, but hey, you're at home, you got some time, why not branch out and try something a little bit more complicated? What else are you gonna do? All right, so let's see, this is a shaken cocktail, and where are we gonna start? Let's start with ginger. So again, taking a fresh ginger, just grating it, you get this very nice ginger pulp. Sorry, I'm a little far away today, but again, I just stumbled onto this bar. I didn't even know it was out here, or who set up this camera, or whose camera it is. I don't know. So about a bar spoon, again, that's kind of a relative term, about a teaspoon, depending on how gingery or not you like it. We're gonna put some serrano peppers in here. I think I said about a ½ inch worth. This is gonna be more just for a little bit more heat, a little bit more pep, and not so much for flavor. So it'll give a little bit, but you don't want to do too much of that. It's really just an accent in this one. Fresh pepper, say about 2, maybe 3 grinds, like twists. So not too much, but it does give it a nice little flavor. Sage. I've never used this type of sage before. This is Artemisia tridentis? No, that doesn't sound right. Let's try something. But anyway, it's right here. It's growing all around me. Usually I would use more like the white sage that you could buy in pretty much any like Whole Foods, market of choice, something like that. They have the packs of like the white sage leaves, the more kind of almost oval shaped leaves. I know it works really well with that. We're gonna give this locally foraged sage a go. It's a little bit different smell, but I will be the guinea pig here. Unless you have this growing around, then use it. So I said 5 leaves, and I'm just gonna, obviously these are different shaped, so I think about 3. Start with that. Just add it right straight to your tin. Then we're gonna go with the agave nectar. So same thing like we did with maple syrup for the Livestock Tavern Old Fashioned. You're gonna add a little bit of water to your agave nectar, like 2 parts agave nectar, 1 part hot water. Again, just makes it easier to work with. You're not squeezing it, waiting for it to drip out of the bottle. If you're doing it at home, you can squeeze it, but it also does help it dilute a little bit better. So, ½ ounce. Your 2-to-1 agave nectar. And then lemon juice. So usually you think lime juice with margaritas. For me, the sage is nice with the lemon juice, and a ½ ounce of lemon juice. If you like it a little bit more tart, you could go 3/4 ounce. I think would work fine too. All right, on to the next guys. The next round, Pierre Ferrand Dry Curacao. That's my orange liqueur of choice. But again, Cointreau, Grand Marnier, Combier, Grand Gala, all those would work well too. And just a 1/4 ounce of this. Same as if I was doing a margarita, I'd use a 1/4 ounce. Next up, tequila. I like using a reposado with this. I do like a little bit of oak notes that go into this cocktail. So you could use a silver, but I think using the reposado does give it a little bit more flavor. And of course, make sure you have a 100% agave tequila, no bottom shelf Montezuma or Cuervo stuff. And then 1 ounce. So I'm thinking, if Brian is feeling like playing some James Taylor, Mexico, that would be a good song to go with this drink. So, Brian, counting on you, man. Counting on you. All right, up next, clean off your ginger beer. So this is gonna have a nice, like, kind of dirt flavor too that I really enjoy, which is why I knocked off the ginger beer onto the ground. You probably thought it was an accident. It's not. Mezcal. I'm using the illegal mezcal. First time I've got to use this in a cocktail. I've heard good things about it, and I wanted to give it a try. And just sipped a little bit before, and I really like it. So 1 ounce of mezcal. So if you're not familiar with mezcal, the real easiest, simplest way, basic way to explain it, it's kind of like a slightly smoky tequila. It's still from agave, but the piña, the middle part, is roasted instead of steamed. So it gives it a nice little smoky, wait for the wind, flavor. Yeah, so I think we're all looking good here. I'm gonna add your ice. And shake. Again, you want to shake it pretty well when you have herbs in there that you're trying to mix up. But again, it's warm today, so stuff is melting a little quicker. All right, then you're just gonna get your strainer, which you of course have right here. It's not in that bag over there. That's okay. We're gonna go old school. But you do want to fine strain though, because you're gonna have some chunks. Especially that ginger really kind of clogs it up. So very important to fine strain it, or else you'll just be chewing on bits of ginger, and if you try and drink it with a straw, it'll get stuck. Cool. Then you're gonna take your, if you want a clean can of ginger beer, you're welcome to do that. Like I said, I really like the earthy high desert sand flavor that you get when you knock your ginger beer into the sand. This nice, like, kind of crunchiness. But you do what you do. I drink it how I like it. And again, this is about 3 ounces or so. So it's not like a full-on Moscow Mule, like a lot of ginger beer, just more like a little subtle touch. And then the fun part, okay, be careful when you're burning stuff in a dry area. I have a feeling I'm going to get in trouble from my mom for this. She's not gonna be happy. But I promise, Mom, I'm being very, very careful. Get your torch right over the top. And if you have any hippie friends, I'm sure they've certainly smudged some sage around you before. It's a really good smell. And this is just adding kind of a fun little smoky element to the drink. So once you get it kind of smoking, nice like that, when I would serve this, I would just lay it over the top of the drink, like so. Present it to the guest. Cheers. I'm not gonna let any flame go anywhere. And then encourage your guests or yourself to take the still smoking sage, dunk it in the drink, and kind of give it a stir with that. So you get some of that smoky sage into the drink, and it also safely extinguishes the burning sage, so the land is safe. All right, this has been a long one, but again, I wasn't even expecting to make a cocktail. This was just here. So cheers, my friends. Oh, still tastes good. And let me make my way over to you. I'll see you tomorrow.